All right, that's great. Thank you very much. If you need another one, let me know. Keep going. All right.
Yeah, just extremely disappointing. You start the game, miscommunication at receiver and quarterback, and throw a pick for a touchdown, and third down killed us on the. I guess it was the their first offensive touchdown. We don't get off the field, an 80-yard drive. We have our opportunities there. Start the second half. We missed 4 or 5 tackles on a simple bubble screen. That's just some simple things that we needed to do well in this game, and we did not. Offensively, hard to get anything going till late. So disappointed with that. Their front four affected us in the run and pass game. Give them credit for that, and just got beat. You can't do that against. You can't beat yourself against a good football team, and we had too many self-inflicted issues tonight that caused issues for us. We had 9 penalties for the first time. We hadn't had 9 penalties in 4 or 5 games combined. So disappointed with the showing tonight. I'll open up for any questions.
Will, you mentioned the self-inflicted wounds. Was that guys just being a little too pumped up, or were they just,
Well, I told our team after we got to learn how to handle the moment better, obviously, and we did not, and that's something that was addressed at the end of the game. I talked to the team in the locker room. I'm extremely proud of our seniors and the progress we've made in 2 years. I was extremely disappointed with tonight. But we got to handle it better, and we didn't. We all lost our cool at times in some situations, and that's. I told them we need to, in any situation, whether it was a defeat or a victory, you've got to learn from those situations, and you got to move forward, and we need to learn from this.
What was the situation with A.J. Turner missing?
He had a high ankle, and that's all I know at this point. He tried to come back at halftime and went out in the third quarter and just didn't feel like he could push off of it. Our medical staff didn't clear him.
And any other injuries?
That's it. That's to my knowledge.
Well, how did you think Jake played, and did you consider replacing him with Skarnecki at any point?
No, absolutely not. Jake's our quarterback. Again, you got to protect a little bit better. Obviously, he'd like to probably have some throws back here and there, but I think overall you got to do some things to, whether it's protection and decision making. There was a combination of things. We had a hard time blocking him at the end of the day, and I'm sure he would like to have had some throws back, especially the interception for a touchdown. So we'll go back and make corrections and move forward.
Coach, it seemed like about half of Jake's interceptions this year have been miscommunications. How do you cut down on that, and why do you think that's happening so much?
Well, I disagree with that, first of all. Let's go back to the Florida game. I mean, he threw a ball in the end zone to a wheel route, and their middle field safety made a heck of a play on him. That wasn't a miscommunication. We threw a sideline throw to Hayden. He just needs to either throw the ball away because it was extremely well covered, so that wasn't a miscommunication. We had the bootleg against Florida where really in that situation we'd like to throw the ball away. It wasn't a miscommunication, just need to take the ball to the right spot. Against Georgia, you got hit before half, and the ball fluttered in the air. We had to dig and go wide open, so that wasn't a miscommunication. And then we had a 1-minute situation in the game against Georgia, and we're trying to make a play just like the Kentucky interception, and their guy made a play on the ball. So actually we've had 1 miscommunication for the year.
Can you walk us through the interception, though, and tell us what the read was supposed to be?
Well, we're reading it was either split safety or middle field coverage, and the route should have been broken off, and we should have taken the ball another place. Simple as that.
With Shy, I don't think he played. Was that just a ankle injury that lingered? Or
no, we went through the week, and it was an ankle, a little bit of a knee, and we just didn't feel like he was going to be healthy enough to go. He practiced a little bit, and tried to run on it throughout the week, and game time decision, we pulled him.
Coach, you talked about earlier in the week how it's very difficult when you come one-dimensional against this team to be able to play well. I know falling behind early doesn't make things easy. Going into halftime, though, I mean, how do you kind of make the adjustments of it, but at the same time know that you're down by 3 scores?
Well, again, I think that we've, really the one drive was disappointing defensively. I felt like other than that we had played them pretty decent. I thought we were, played well in space. They had, had to have some really good guys in space, and I thought we had tackled well in space to that point. So I didn't, I felt like we needed to make a play or two here or there. They're very aggressive. They create a lot of one-on-one matchups. I felt like we could win some one-on-ones down the field. We weren't able to do that. So, I mean, it was frustrating, but I thought our guys came out and competed. I mean, the first play of the second half was disappointing. It wasn't a lack of effort. We had a lack of tackling. We had 4 or 5 guys miss the guy, and give their guy credit. He made a play. So, just, you know, those are things that, you know, we need to handle the moment better, and we didn't.
Coach, you mentioned handling the moment. Never again has been the mantra. Do you think there was almost too much of an emphasis put on this, or?
No, I mean, we competed in the game, and we just didn't, you know, the outcome wasn't what we wanted, obviously, and we need to play better, and we need to coach better, and that starts with me, nobody else.
How do you close the gap with these guys, and are you closer than maybe the final scores of the last 2 years have indicated?
You know, I think that, you know, in any situation, and I've learned in this game for a long, long time, it's never as good as it seems and it's never as bad as it seems. And it's somewhere in between. And, you know, we need to continue to recruit. We're down about 10 scholarships right now because of the attrition we've taken over with. It is what it is. You don't hear me complaining about it. That's the situation we're in. We're going to continue to recruit and develop. We've had 12 seniors that did a fantastic job for this football team, and we'll continue to build the program the right way.
What's the schedule for you guys as you hang out and wait to figure out where you're going to be going for the bowl game?
We're going recruiting tomorrow.
As far as like players, what's their? Are they going to be off? I guess coming up the next couple weeks, or?
Well, they'll have a couple lifts, and we've got exams coming up.
Seems like you guys came out with 3 linebackers a lot early. Was that just matching personnel, or did you sort of see something in what they were doing?
Well, we felt like we needed to get bigger on the perimeter. We were really hurt with some of the quick screens last year, and we got hurt on some edges. And we felt like we needed a bigger body in the game, and Sherrod's been a guy that really plays well in space and can shed edges for us better than some of our DBs.
Coach, it really seemed like the big issues tonight were obviously on offense and then giving up big plays on defense and some penalties as well. Are there any positives you can take away from the game?
Well, not really. I mean, when you lose like that to your arch rival, it's not a lot of fun.
Anything else for Coach?
All right, thanks.
All right, first players tonight, Jake Bentley, Brian Edwards.
Both of you could talk about this. It seemed like there was a miscommunication on the first pick six. Just what happened there?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I throw the ball, and I got to be responsible for every pass that I throw. So that's 100% on me, and just got to be better.
Jay, Coach was just in here and he said this team needs to learn how to handle the moment better. Do you agree with him? And how does a young team take steps to getting better at handling the moment?
Yeah, I mean, you know, coming out really fired up. You know, we got to, I guess, kind of, you know, hone in our emotions and don't make, you know, plays that are uncharacteristics of who we are just because we're so amped up. I mean, yeah. As far as getting better with that, I think it just comes with experience. I mean, being a young team, I think the more games you play, the more opportunities you get to learn from games like this, and that's one thing that we can take away from this game.
Jake, did the pressure affect you a little? It seemed like you were your feet were a little happy in the first half.
I mean, when they have a great D-line, I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard not to let it affect you, but we had some plays to get it out fast, and those were effective. But you get in third and long situations, especially with their D-line, it's a hard deal.
Jake, you guys only got 207 yards, 10 first downs. Clearly it's not what you wanted. If it had worked, if the plan had been working, what were you guys trying to do tonight?
Score more points than them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say what our plan was. I mean, but, yeah, at the end of the day, do whatever it takes to score more points than them. So, sorry that didn't answer your question. But
Could you give me anything, just what the strategy was at all?
I mean, we wanted to run the ball, and we wanted to throw the ball effectively to get first downs, and we didn't do that.
Both of you guys could take it. You guys won 8 games this year. How do you, but the offense, at least statistically, was ranked in the bottom of the NCAA. How do you guys feel the offense is progressing, and what does it need to do to get better?
I just think we need to work on the smaller things, the small details. You know, sometimes we get in the moment and we kind of just lose sight of the smaller things, and it kills us. And, you know, we just got to keep doing that, you know, and as we get more experience, that's going to come, and just things like that, just the small details.
Yeah, kind of like Brian said, going back to the fundamentals and just really drilling in those. I think that's how we're built as offense, and you know, getting back to run the ball well, executing at a high level. I mean, that comes from off-season workouts, throwing. You know, I know him and Debo are doing a great job of getting every receiver there, throwing sessions this off-season. So, you know, I'm going to be there, and we're going to work and just get better.
For either you guys, never again has kind of been the battle cry for you guys since this game last season. You think there was too much emphasis placed on this game?
No.
Yeah. Echo what Brian said. You know, like Coach said too, we didn't stop competing the whole game, and the offense went down and scored late. And I think it shows that, you know, we didn't stop competing. I mean, obviously we didn't play as well as we wanted to, but I think that was the whole thing. You know, we're never again going to stop competing and stop fighting until the final whistle blows, and I think we showed that tonight.
Jake, earlier in the week, I mean, Coach Muschamp was talking about how important it is being able to run the football on this team, can't become one-dimensional, and that was an issue last year. With you guys trailing by 3 touchdowns at the end of the first half, how difficult did that make that for you guys? Because I'm sure, especially in that second drive, or at least that drive after the pick six, it seems like you guys tried to go back to the run, but it made things difficult as the game went on.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's a hard deal when you get down, having to throw, and they start dropping 8 in the coverage. I mean, it's a hard deal to play against. But like you said, you know, we got to find a way to run the ball and just get better. I mean, at the end of the day, that's, you know, it sucks losing, but I mean, we have to get better. I mean, we're not gonna let this, you know, define our program. At the end of the day, we got to keep working and get better.
This is for both you guys. Do you feel like you've closed the gap, you know, even, you know, looking at the scoreboard a little bit from last year to this year? Do you feel like you were more competitive this game?
I mean, we lost at the end of the day. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You know, if it was by 2, 3, 20, you know, you lost the game. So, I mean, we competed, we played hard and everything, but a loss is a loss, and that's how we're taking it.
This is to both guys. You won 8 games this year, and you're going to get to go to a nice bowl. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at it, I mean, that's a big positive. I mean, everyone wants to dwell on the negatives and all that, and I think if you really look at it, I think if my numbers are right, if we win 9 games, I think it's the only, like, 7th time in school history, 8th time in school history that a team's been able to do that. So, I mean, there's a lot of positives this season. And, you know, it sucks for our seniors that we couldn't get the win for them tonight. But, I mean, like I said earlier, they did so much for our program, and we got one more game left. And I think, you know, our focus now is on, you know, getting better and preparing for our bowl game, wherever it may be. And like, yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of positives to the season.
I mean, same thing with Jake said. You know, we could take a lot of positive things from this season. You know, just the progress we made from last year to this year. You know, you can see it, and you know, we're happy we're going to a good bowl this year, and you know, it was a great season.
This might be tough to answer right now, but how long do you let this, for both of you guys, how long do you let this kind of sink in until you guys start moving ahead and get ready for the bowl game? I know there's no bowl game announcement quite yet, so when do you guys kind of get ready?
For me, I mean, when we win, when we lose, you know, it's kind of a one-day rule. You know, you just kind of take it in that night. And, you know, next morning you get ready to move on to the next week, the next opponent. But, you know, and we're just going to be waiting to see who we play in the ball.
Next up, we got Zach Bailey and Taylor Stallworth.
If both of you guys could answer this, when there's a pick six like that so early in the game, what does that do for y'all mentally?
I mean, it's a pick six. I mean, you just got to kind of go back and regroup and figure out what you did wrong. You know, I mean, you can't say that it's not going to motivate you. I mean, it's not going to hurt you early on, but you got to try and get that out of the way and move on to the next play and try and come back.
Yeah, like Zach said, you know, you can't let that bother you for the rest of the game. Like, you know, something happened in the game, hey, good or bad, that's that play, and you move on from that, you know, learn from that. So that's all we said.
Taylor, do you think you guys on defense might have maybe been a little bit too hyped with some? It seemed like some of the chippiness and some late hits kind of came from that.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, on the defensive side, like, you know, we hurt ourselves throughout the game, you know, with penalties, you know. It's all about being smart, you know, making smart plays, and, like, we hurt ourselves, so.
I know a lot of the guys talked after the Kentucky game about managing emotions better. Do you guys feel like you managed your emotions better, or how did you guys kind of take the gradual build up toward game day, and you feel like you've handled emotions well today?
I mean, it's a rivalry. I mean, it gets to everybody, regardless. It got to them in some ways. I mean, obviously it's for the better for them, but it's emotional for everybody. I mean, it's your senior's last go-around. You know, this is what you've been working for all year. And, I mean, sometimes the emotions just get to you.
That's the last group, this too. You had a good year. You won 8 ball games. Now you get a reward for a good season going to a bowl. Think about that, about it getting to come back and have one more chance to play.
I think it's something that our seniors need. It's something that our seniors have worked hard for. You know, they deserve to go out with a win, and so that's what we're going to prepare for. You know, wish we could have given it to them tonight, obviously, but things just didn't go our way. But having a bowl eligible season is always a good thing. But like I said, it's to them, it's to our seniors. They deserve it for all the hard work that they've done. You know, they kind of set the foundation for us and, you know, bettered our team and how it's going to be for the next couple of years. And hopefully, you know, next year we'll set that next foundation to keep going on.
Let's go to the next guy more.
Obviously, it's a rivalry game, Sky, and emotions are running high. How did you guys think you handled your emotions tonight?
Not too well. We could have handled our emotions better and just played better overall. So we didn't handle it well.
Sky, when did it feel kind of out of control for you guys tonight?
You said when?
Yeah, when did the game kind of feel out of control for you guys tonight?
I don't really know. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest.
After that final whistle, does any part of you think about this being the last time you'll play here, or do you kind of put that aside for the moment?
Nah, definitely hit me out there. Definitely wish I could have went out in a different way, but yeah, I definitely felt it. It was the last one. So.
You guys have been a pretty disciplined football team for most of the year. Is it surprising to see that much uncharacteristic play in a game like this, or does maybe a rivalry game kind of pull that out of you guys a little bit?
Yeah, we've been disciplined. We've been playing good football all year, so that's out of character for us. We definitely should be more locked in, more focused on our assignments and stuff. So. Yeah, it was out of character for us.
With some of the issues you guys had tackling today, were they doing anything that sort of put you out of sorts, or was it just kind of simple stuff and you guys weren't quite finishing as well as you wanted to?
Yeah, it wasn't anything that we haven't practiced all week. It wasn't anything we haven't seen. We just got to execute better. So we got to tackle better.
You mentioned wanting this game to go better, but how do you try to lead the team to kind of regroup and refocus for what's coming with the bowl game and trying to get to 9 wins?
Yeah, I mean, Muschamp and they always talk about so what now what mentality. So we just gotta move forward, put this game behind us. Nothing we can do about it now, and just focus on our next task.